Archangel Gabriel, isn't it time to acknowledge and celebrate the wonder that is you? Gratitude is an aspect that a great many of you have come to understand the importance of and have made it a regular practice. You feel gratitude for your many different elements in your lives, but there is one area that is consistently forgotten by many of you. That is remembering to have gratitude for yourselves. Dear ones, you are enlightening human beings, driving the shift on an ascending planet. You are evolving at a remarkable rate, and assimilating energies that have never been sustainable before. You are growing rapidly, expanding and evolving, and demonstrating wisdom, kindness, courage, and love through it all. Isn't it time to acknowledge and celebrate the wonder that is you? Isn't it time to thank yourself for your efforts and incredible accomplishments? For we continue to be amazed and grateful for you, for all that you do, and for all you will continue to do, for yourselves and for humanity, in these unprecedented and remarkable times. Archangel Gabriel. Daily Teachings of the Masters, Go with the Flow. www.teachingsoftmasters.org. Go with the flow. When water runs in a river, it does not argue with the stones that are blocking its path. It simply finds another opportunity to travel along. You are in the process of alchemy now, and you are being gifted with new opportunities. You will see these opportunities most clearly as you gently release the habit of arguing with the stones on your path. Go with the flow. And so it is. Seek gently with all your heart. Heavenletters. www.heavenletters.org. God said, "Be on the lookout for all that you desire, and so invite more of what you desire into your life." You are inviting all goodness to you and greater understanding of the journey you are on, including how to spark others along the way. Seek gently with all your heart. In your heart, you are free to ask me to keep you on track. Request. It's fine that you are so desirous of growing that you make your desires known to me. Be clear on what you want. You are not begging. You are not asking for a handout. You are asking me for the good I want for you. You are asking. You are not enforcing, nor are you wheedling. You are simply asking me to point the way for you and steer you straight ahead to what makes you sing. You want something great. You are not asking me for an add-on. You are asking me a fervent wish for fulfillment of a deep desire that accrues to the good of all. You are asking me to help strengthen your receptivity for your deep desires. You are not asking me for a half-hearted desire, nor are you sitting there waiting for me to do it all. And if your wish doesn't come true soon enough for you, be far-seeing. Don't get uptight about it. Don't think for one moment that you have been deserted. For heaven's sakes, don't bite the hand that feeds you. You do not always have to get your way, nor do you always have to get your way right then and there. There is no need to take your life too personally. No need to get head up because it appears to you that I have not given you the immaculate care you think I ought to have given you post-haste. You intensely seek proof of love from me and from the world at large. Take upon yourself the responsibility for the life you lead on earth. Otherwise, you coddle yourself by playing the violin and accepting the plaintive role of victim. It is hardly your role in life to be a great victim. Surely, that cannot be your ambition to be the best, or worst, which is it? Victim on earth. There are other ways to excel and be outstanding. Never choose yourself to star as a persecuted innocent. Do not make yourself out as a martyr. Do not defame yourself. From a world point of view, no one on earth comes out unscathed. Everyone carries woes of one kind or another. Woes do not have to be carried proudly. Cross out your woes, one after the other. Even with woe, you can create a life worth creating. No bleating about your woes. Despite anything or everything, it is up to you to be a bright light on earth. Better to count your blessings than to count your woes. Of course, it may not be possible for you to change everything in your life. What is totally within your grasp to change is how you perceive yourself in the world. Highlight what is worth highlighting. Let go of the rest. You are not to be a critic of your life. You are not to be like a strict teacher you might have had in elementary school, a teacher who harped on you and made you feel uncomfortable about yourself. Your life is up to you. Your life is not up to a shadow from the past. Your life is not about blame. Your life is not about what someone else makes of it. Your life is what you make of it. Wipe the mud off your feet. Wake up. Arise. Lift your eyes. As you lift your personal world, you lift the universe. Be the light I created you to be. Be love. Free yourself from the past. Be. Be now.
Be the example, the Pleiadian High Council of Seven. DanielScranton.com. We are the Pleiadian High Council of Seven, and we are pleased to offer you our words of wisdom. Be the example to others that you would like to see in your world. When you look out at what other people are doing and saying, and you think that, this person does not represent me, you have the option of deciding for yourself who it is you want to be. And as you be that person, that highest version of yourself, you're leading the way for others. You're leading the way with your actions, with your words, with your intentions, and with your vibration. It does not matter whether you ever appear on television, or even a well-received YouTube video. That is not as important as you might think. But as you be, so shall the world around you be. If you see or hear something that you don't like, instead of calling it out and judging it, be the opposite. Exemplify that which is your ideal so that you give others hope and so that they may follow your example. When we say that you are the leaders of the movement of this shift in consciousness, we mean that literally. You can lead others to the place where you know it serves humanity to go, but it requires you to do more than just point out what others are doing and saying that is not to your liking. They can inspire you. Their words and actions can be the catalyst to take you to the next level of your own evolution. You must have the option of being whichever version of yourself you feel like being in any moment. That is free will, and you have that. So when you see someone else exercising their free will to be a version of themselves that you find offensive, then your true utilization of free will is to be the polar opposite of that and to shine that light brightly for everyone to see. Let go of this idea that your politicians are here to be the examples to all of you. And instead, see them as demonstrating to you what it is possible for you to be, and for others to follow. But you certainly do not have to give in to the idea that the winner of an election is going to influence others more than you can in your daily life. We are the Pleiadian High Council of Seven, and we are very fond of all of you. That is all.
Scale the summit of identification with immortality. The Summit Lighthouse. Webpage www.summitlighthouse.org. To know oneself is not always to probe the depths of subconscious memory but to scale the summit of identification with immortality. To preserve one's shadows is not necessary when facing the light. Leave them behind, for while they lengthen as the sun goes down, they diminish each hour from the rising. Remember the zenith, for then the light of the present stands directly overhead. It is the sun of man's being, that luminous orb wherein the precious treasures of heaven are deposited, that releases the correct vibratory action into the world of men. At times even the myopic ones make the best travelers along the perilous pathway. When they arrive upon the mountain top to encamp, they sometimes do so with discontentment of spirit. Such as these enjoy the climb in the pursuit of virtue more than they do the finding thereof. Men of normal vision are fortunate, for their perspective is blessed with balance. The spinning wheel of life has turned out the nubbed threads, and the garment cannot be of greater refinement than the thread. When the thread of consciousness is refined, the clean linen can be woven upon the loom. The wise see our abode as one of spirit, and, in fearlessness, they save their own lives. The worthy masons see in the placing of each brick the shining of celestial spires, raised stone upon stone. Perfidy yawns like a pinching chasm to break the bones. It is the chinks in men's armor that must be guarded. The whirling follies of others seem as nebushes of ridicule to some, while their own creations pass unnoticed. How shall we scale Olympian heights with the spirit of injustice? The herdsman extended a rough arm, clad with homespun cloth, and it was rejected by the climber, who fell upon the rocks of pride. El Moria. The shining of the pure in heart is like a light upon the hill. It illumines the earth with goodwill. It is fragrant like the pine upon the hill, whose solitary vigil, through the lonely hours of each night, drinks in the mellow tenderness of each day's sun, and calmly awaits the blowing away of the covering clouds. Let us journey on. Nubbed thread is a rough thread that causes variations in the feel of a fabric, versus a smooth thread. From the Yiddish word nebeck, colloquially used for an ineffectual, timid, unlucky or hapless person.
Who can say where the road goes, where the day flows, only time? And who can say